For today, really fast. Okay, Apple closed almost flat Tuesday, but my question, will Dell drag Apple down today?
I don't think so. I think that Apple is continuing to eat Dell's lunch. We talked about selling in front of 383 to 385, and it could test 376. It did that yesterday. You now have a new inside range to watch. I think it's going to constrict before it expands again, so I think just be light in Apple. If you're in there from the debacle of last week and you bought in the hole at the 50-day, continue to hold, enjoy the cushion, don't add yet.
Baidu still getting hammered here. Would you be covering any short you have left?
I actually covered a little early. It went into that resistance zone before the article or the video or the show from CCTV. It's had a big pull in. I just want to show you the chart here because it's a little, it's a little different. Or I think there could be some action there today. This was the resistance it came back into. This is where I said sell some, get short. And now it came back above this low. If you want to be long, try and be long versus the 134.37 low. A lot of people are coming out defending it. It could get above this 139 and fill this gap really quickly to 142. So this will be looked at today by my traders for cash flow.
All right, Netflix down over 3%, really being a laggard ever since they introduced their new subscription services. Still need to avoid?
It's been acting weaker. I'd avoid it right now in a very thin tape.
All right, Research in Motion, you played that for a takeover bounce off of Google's takeover of Motorola Mobility. But is that trade done? I mean, how many buyers are there really in the market to buy the Nokias and the Research in Motion?
I'm not sure if it's going to get taken over. We never buy purely for that, but it is holding up. If you look at the chart of RIMM, you will see that it had a nice move. Okay, it broke this mini downtrend. It's holding higher, flagging. There could be another cash flow trade. If this were to get above 27.50, it could try and fill this gap all the way above 30. So I'm going to keep this on my radar. Guys are trying to buy dips here. It could get some momentum above this 2-day pivot right there.
All right, and how are you trading Dell today? Down in pre-market, we have revenue guidance for 2012 at 1 to 5%. That's from 5 to 9%. Huge. Going to be a big mover to the downside today, I would think. How would you play it?
I think it's not going to get too much play today. I think it could be just on the sideline. I was talking to my traders on the close. I actually wanted to short Dell because people were thinking it would do the same thing as Cisco, but two different charts. If you look here, Cisco, before it came out with its numbers, was trading at the dead lows. So it really could have come out with anything, and it was like a firestorm to rally back up. It's now at resistance. Cisco actually looks like if it gets above 1620, it can continue. But if you look at Dell, there was some high expectations there. Dell went from 1350 to almost 16 into resistance. So there had to be a really good report to have it continue, which it wasn't. So I would say watch this 15 area if you have some reason to buy Dell, you want to buy Dell. This is level 1 support, and here's level 2 support, so 1450 to 15 might be where some dip buyers come in to think it's priced in.
All right, and CME, have you been trading that as a vehicle?
CME, we did options profits. It was a great two-tier trade. We bought it in the hole. We had a strategy. We said sell some in front of 360, which was some resistance, not knowing that the Europeans would try some kind of financial tax or whatnot. This was when we started talking about it. We said it can get back to resistance 1. It's there. It actually took yesterday's news in stride. I think if this were to start to get above this 261, it would show very constructive nature, and then you get a move to 269, and then to here. If you're in it for the long term, just know your risk. The easy trade happened, and now this will be a lot tougher, especially with that financial tax, floating out there.
Unclarity.
Exactly.
Uncertainty. All right, so we're